Okay, so let's come to our fourth lesson of angles. Remember, we are dealing with grade 8 topic, which is angles. So here we want to look at the combination. We'll deal with angles associated with the parallel lines and the triangles, a combination. So parallel lines, please don't forget the relationship between corresponding angles, just to remind ourselves. And also, don't write anything on these. The alternate angles and the allied angles. Don't forget about these. Okay? And then also on the triangle, I'm sure you've looked at our lesson 3 that is detailing the concept that are associated with the triangles. Okay? The sum of angles in a triangle. You also need to know the types of angles. Okay? And also the rule of two opposite interior angles are equal to the exterior angle. When you add those two, the sum of those two interior angles, like when you add this angle, these x and y are equal to z. Okay, that's what we are talking about there. So it's just reminding ourselves of these. So what I want you to write is this heading and then the examples. And then our first example is what I'm going to give you now. I'm giving you our first example. Okay. It is very important that we know what our examples are. So you can copy this as our first example here. In the figure below, AB is parallel to CD. N is a midpoint. N is a midpoint of CD. If AN is equal to BN, okay, calculate the size of this angle Y here. This is very, very important. So I told you that here we're dealing with the triangles and parallel lines. Okay? That is very, very important. So I told you that copy this question as our first example. And if you can manage, don't wait for me to solve it. Go for it on your own. So here, what are we supposed to do? Since this line is parallel to this one, and this angle here is what? 50. This angle here is 50 what? 54. Then you know that this angle and this one, they're alternate angles because these are parallel lines. These are alternate angles. Am I right? These are alternate. So this angle and this one are alternate angles. So alternate angles are equal. So if this is 54, even this one is 54. Are we together? Then what do these two mean? What do these two mean? This is an isosceles triangle where the base angles are equal. So if this is 54, even this angle here is what? 54. Okay. So now you know that we want to find y. So you know that when we add these two angles, to find y, we need to add, because we know that 54 plus 54 plus y must give us 180. Okay? So y is the same as 180 minus 54 minus 54. Y. Okay? What do we get? Let's subtract. So this is going to give us what? 72 degrees. This is our y. So this is our first question. Okay? Let's go to the next one. So question 2 is this one. Copy this question as it is. In the diagram below, ABC is a straight line. DB is parallel to BD is parallel to CE. This angle is 75. This one, then find these angles. So you need, like I've told you now here, we are dealing with the parallel lines. We also look at the issue of the triangles. That is very important. Very, very important. So we are combining, okay, all those concepts that we have dealt with, we need to know. So for instance, we can first say, what is this angle here? These two angles are angles on a straight line. So this one is 105. Okay? You need to know that. Please pay particular attention. And when you look at where this line is coming from, if you look at where this line is coming from here, okay, if you look at where this line is coming from, we can say, if this one, okay, which one is the easier way of doing it? If this is 75, this line, this is a parallel line to this one, then it means this whole angle also here is 75. Take note of that. It means that this whole angle here also is what? Is 75. But then, let's find this smaller angle here. What is this smaller angle? We can find this smaller angle by saying, you add these two and subtract them from 180. So we say 180 minus 105 minus 45. Are we together? So we say 180 minus 105 minus 45. What are we getting? This is going to give us what? 30. Okay? Now take note that this part here is what? Is 45. You can first find this angle, then subtract from 75, you subtract this one, because the whole angle here is 75. Why? These are corresponding angles. This angle and this whole angle here are corresponding angles. Take note of that. Take note of that. Corresponding angles. I'm sure you remember them. We said when you have two angles like this and this one, if these two lines are parallel like this angle here is equal to this one. Now here there is this line. So take note of that. So now, when we subtract here, what are we going to get? We're getting 30. Now let's read the question. We want to find CDE. CDE. Angle CDE. Like this is DCE. DCE, sorry. DCE is this angle here. Sorry. DCE is this angle here, which is what? 45. How does it come about? I've told you can either subtract this one from 70 or 75, or you can say this angle here is equal to this one because they're alternate angles. This angle is equal to this one because they are alternate angles. This angle and this one are alternate angles. Then BCD. As you can see, it is 30 degrees, just like I explained. Okay? Just like I explained. Let me give you two more examples. Okay, so we have this question here. In the diagram below, AB is parallel to CD. The angle HEB is 50. The angle is, okay. Then calculate angle C, angle angle FEG. Okay. So G is here. It's not just there. So it is very, very important. What angle do they want? FEG. FEG. This angle here. Now, it is very important for you to know what you are doing here. It is very, very important for you to know what you are doing here. So, we have two options that we can use here. The first option is where we find this angle here. What did I say? These are this angle and this one here. These are angles on the same side of a transversal. These are called allied angles. These are called allied angles. And these angles are supplementary. They add up to what? They add up to 180. So this angle here, angles on the same side. This angle is 70. Are we together? This angle here is 70. Then, if this angle here is 70, then we know that all these three angles must give us what? 180 angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. So to find this angle here, which is FEG, FEG is this angle here. FEG is this angle here. So you can say 180 FEG is equals to 180 minus 70 minus 50. 180 minus 120. Is it 120? Yes, 120. What do we get here? Going to get 60. So this angle here is 60 degrees. When we add all these, when we add these angles here, okay? When we add these angles, they'll give us what? 180. And then you should have also known that since that angle there is 50, even this one here is 50. Why? These are corresponding angles. Then you could have said also, since this is 70, so we could still have done the same thing. You find this one as 50, you find this one as 70, then you use a triangle now. You add this and this, then subtract them from what? 180. You are still going to get the same thing. So copy this question, try to go through and find these answers. Okay? Copy this question. I'm giving you as many as possible. Okay, so maybe let me give you the last two examples now. Okay? So read. This is the triangle. Okay, read. Copy this. Then we are here. Okay? We are here now. We are here. We are here. So this is very important. So when you have been given these are there not to decorate. So if this is C plus 4, then it means even this angle here is C plus 4. This is an isosceles triangle because of these bars here. This is an isosceles triangle. So, and we are being asked to find the value of C. So we have to add these three and equate them to 180. So we're going to say C plus 4 plus C plus 4 plus 2C must give us 180. Okay? So C plus 2C, what do we get? 4C plus, sorry. We're getting 4C plus this 4 and this 4, what do you get? You get 8 is equals to 180. So 4C is equals to 180 minus 8. So 4C is equals to 172 and C is equals to 172 divided by 4. 172 divided by 4. Okay? 172, what do we get? We're going to get 43. So the value of C is 43. So meaning this angle here is 43 plus 4. 43 plus what? 4. What do we get? The actual angle here is equals to what? 47. The same thing even here. This is 47. This one you multiply. 2 multiplied by, I hope that will be easier. So, if this angle here, what else do they want us to find? Angle RVD. Angle RVU. So angle RVU, we have found that it's what? 47. Angle RVU. It is this angle here. Okay? Then we have RVS. 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 Okay? So now, you must know one thing here. This angle here is alternate to this one. So this is also 47. This is also 47 here. Okay? This is also 47. This is also 47. So if this angle is 47, and what we want is RVS, which is this one, you know that this 47 and this angle and this one, which is 90 degrees, they must give you what? They must give you 180 degrees. Okay? So this is 90 here. This one is 90. So also, which means that this angle here and this one must give us 90. These two. We already have 90. So these two must also give us 90. So this angle here, which we want, is equals to 90 minus 47. What do we get? 90 minus 47. This is going to give us what? 43. This is going to give us 43. So this angle here is 43. This one. This angle here is 43. Okay. Let's do the last example. Okay, so let's read question 9. In the diagram, AB and C and ED are parallel lines. This is a symbol for angle. Angle ABC is 120 degrees and angle BCD is okay. So let's pay attention to this question here. So we want to find now angle CDE, this angle here. How do we find this angle here? So allow me to put this question on a plain paper, and you can also do that. Allow me to put this question on a plain paper, and you can also do that. Okay, so this is what these guys want, this angle here. So what are we supposed to do? I said I'll put it on the paper. Okay, so here for me, the only thing that I can do is to extend, because I can't find the easier way of doing it. So I'll extend this line here, okay, like this. And I'll also extend this other one. Take note of that. I'll also extend this other one. All right, just to give myself. So now, I still know that this line is parallel to the other one here. Now, I'm sure you know that we said this angle and this one here, they are allied angles. They are angles on the same side of a transversal. So this is what? 60 here. Are you getting me? So if this is 60, then you should also remember this angle and this other one here. They are angles on a straight line. This is what? This is 100 degrees. Then what is now the relationship between these two angles? This, let me do it like this. Okay, it's like here I have 60 degrees, then here I have 100 degrees. If you remember where we're coming from, we said these two interior angles, they are equal to this one. So These two angles here, they are equal to this angle here. You can add them to get this angle. And if you can't do that, just add these two angles to find what? This will give you 160. When you get 160, you subtract it from 180 to get this one, which is 40. Am I right? Then 40, when you subtract 40 now from 180, this and this will give us what? This will be 20 here, sorry. This will be 20. Okay, so when you use 20, again, you have this and this are angles on a straight line. So you subtract 20 from 180, you get 3, you get 160. So you can either use that method or you just add these straight ones and get that one. So this angle that we are looking for here is 160 degrees. That is just what we needed to do here. You have to extend this one. You have to extend this one, okay? You have to extend this one and get your answers. I think I've given you about 5 examples and a lot, okay? So we need to go to, I need to give you now an exercise, okay? I have to give you an exercise. Okay, so for your exercise, you can copy the first 2 questions. Okay, please don't forget the issue of vertically opposite angles. This and this are equal. These are vertically opposite angles. Then you can now think of corresponding angles, alternate angles, and stuff like that. So all those issues, angles to do with the triangle and the parallel lines. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we are looking at question 10. Even the answers are given here, but I don't want you to choose the answers, just show your working. You are calculating angle AED. AED. It's the angle that you are calculating. Okay. Okay, question 9. Look at question 9. So look at question 13. You see, you should know this from our triangles. What does this mean? Very important. Okay. So I said I'm giving you as many as possible. Many as possible. Question 18. Then 5 here. Then 5. These are parallel lines. Question 5. Okay, we have question 29. Question 29 here. Let's think about it. Answer it. Answer this one. Answer this one. Okay. The question is this side. Then the diagram is here. Okay. The question is this side and the diagram is here. Okay. Ignore all these things that are written in pencil here. This exam was written in 1984. This question was